Gunner. Yeah. Pray for my city. Gunner. Quick draw.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Everything
Let me
Philly
talk to you for a
Podcast,
minute.
your platform for
There's too much
information,
senseless killing
entertainment,
going on.
and hitting some hard topics.
Y'all take a walk
I'm
with me.
Sharice.
Take this walk.
Lil Rob in the building.
Shannon.
T. Red.
Ready?
And today, we're going to be talking about the dating. We have a full panel, a lot of diverse opinions. I'm going to turn it over. Go ahead and get this party started.
Okay. So one thing on the dating scene, I think, it also can contribute to why Rob always say the city is dead, there's nothing to do. It's because we ain't really not going out to meet people anymore. It's mostly online in your home. So you really don't get to meet somebody, truthfully, from what they see online compared to when you meet somebody in person.
So I haven't been on the dating scene and the
Lockdown.
in the last 5 years.
In the glove.
In the last 5 years. And then I think when you and I started dating, it was a little different because we already knew each other. So I'd like to know, what is the dating scene like? Because I am hearing it's a lot of online things going on. And does dating occur the way that it used to back in the day?
For a man, definitely not. In my opinion. Not sure for a woman. My best friend here said dating is horrible for women. I don't think dating can never be horrible for a woman, in my opinion.
I believe. I actually agree with her because you never know what you're going to get when you meet somebody. Everybody show you the best of them or what they want you to believe or whatever the case may be. So things is a lot different now. So I don't know if it came from social media. I don't know where it came from, but nobody's who they are when you first meet them. So I guess going on a date can be extremely hard trying to figure out where you at, who you with, what's to come.
You think it's hard because people, the man lying or they're both lying when they meet each other?
Both.
Why do we normally lie?
You send your best representative. That's what you do. Because you're trying to win the person over. You're trying to make it seem like I'm the best for you. But dating isn't how it used to be. Everything is online now. Everybody wants you to see. So you're looking at pictures. Like Instagram is terrible. You look at these pictures, you think that this person lives this fancy life because they are in this fancy car or they
Is it a
have
lie?
these. Most times it's a lie.
Okay. He lied, right?
They lie because guess what? And I'm not saying that women don't lie either. So this isn't, I'm not going to sit up here and say like, oh, it's social media is for the men only. But I'm talking about just as a woman, this is what we see. Yes, I will take 19 pictures. Out of those 19 pictures, I am taking them on live and I'm making sure I move myself to, be the best picture that I have in my phone.
Okay.
Do you get the regular me on what are the little what are they called? Those circle things at the top.
Like a thumbnail or icon.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay,
Do
your
I?
profile.
No, when you y'all help me.
We can't help you.
No,
your
it's like
problem.
when you make the little videos, like on Instagram.
We don't
Oh, a
make those
story.
TikTok
Oh yeah,
videos.
your
A
story.
story.
So when you're
Okay,
in your story, yeah, you can see me laying in the bed looking regular or whatever. But I look like how I look in my pictures all the time.
Okay.
So why
But
did you act
that-
like that? Because I said laying in the bed.
You said we lie.
You said we lie. I didn't say
Oh,
that.
yeah. You said is a lot of lying in the. When you meet each other, you don't get the. He lied to you. You say he this, he rich, he that. So he lying, right?
So basically,
his front is a lie. You're not being yourself. You're not being authentic. You're not being authentic is what you was trying to say when you meet the guy. He say he got this and he don't got it.
well, I think generally she was just trying to convey that social media in general will create a
False narrative.
false narrative that
Okay.
will then become an expectation. I feel like people then look for what they see and they have a particular viewpoint. They're looking for very particular women and or men and it's not exactly, what they're when they're met in public with people or at work or whatever, the function may be, or the opportunity that you might cross paths with somebody. It's not exactly, what they're looking for versus what they'll see on social media, which is perpetual, so it's like
Mhm.
you're always looking for, what you're seeing on the other side, but then what's in front of you is, actual reality. And I feel like, this generation has a hard time accepting
Reality.
what's in front of them.
So you saying so they don't look like what they portrayed online in person. Normally they'll consider him lying online. Basically, you're not.
Mhm.
That's not him. He's faking it.
I
But
don't think that people. I don't want to use the word lie. I don't think it's a
Exaggerate.
lie.
They
exaggerate.
It's like maybe an exaggeration of the
Okay.
truth. So, prime example, like what happened to me the other day. I met this guy at work. He's never seen my social media.
Mhm.
So he's like, oh, well, what you look like outside your work clothes? Because I wear a uniform to work.
Mhm.
So I made the joke, Alicia Keys, I do look a lot different outside of my work clothes.
You
And
definitely do.
Shut up. And I was
I
like,
guess
well,
like
we
grandma.
don't follow each other on social media, but what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot
Mhm.
of like my pictures,
Mhm.
like all of them together, the grid.
Your
Mhm.
gallery.
Right. Because
Yeah,
I don't like sending individual pictures to people. I think that's strange, but that's a whole nother thing.
What's strange about sending a picture?
Anywho, I sent him this picture. He like, damn.
He was amazed.
Yeah, he like, you got all that under that uniform? And I'm like, okay, this maybe I shouldn't have sent that. Maybe I should have sent something
You
else.
sent a bikini shot?
No, it's just my Instagram, Shannon.
Don't tell me you sent in that your Caribbean outfit.
No, it's all of the pictures on my social, like on my Instagram. I only have 30-something pictures on there.
I ain't been
So it
on
was
there
like
in
a
while.
grid
Oh, okay.
of each like
You do look
individual
like a
picture.
grandma when you be at work, so I can see why you was
Shut
crazy.
up.
You don't look
Yeah,
like you
get
look
back
at
to the
work.
question.
Yes.
I know she ain't definitely good at that.
So what I do, yes, I do think that we all send our representative. Back in the day, you were who you were.
Can I
It
ask-
wasn't anything to show.
Can I ask you this?
What?
Do your representative be 100 authentic when your representative go meet this guy?
Yes.
And is his representative authentic when he meets you?
I don't know.
So you want to find out, right?
Yes.
So what do you said you put your best foot forward? What do you do to put your best foot forward to present yourself, your true self to a guy?
I just act like myself. I don't tell any lies per se.
You don't
I
get
tell you-
prepared
What do you mean get prepared?
for a date.
I put my clothes on, put a little makeup on, and walk out the door.
Where's makeup?
I got on makeup now.
But does makeup your true self?
Yes.
Makeup is just an enhancement.
Thank
So
you.
It enhances your beauty. So it's not your true beauty.
It can still be true beauty.
I ain't say it's true beauty. I said, is it your true beauty?
Yeah.
Yes.
That
you
makes
put the
sense.
ma-
I would say,
I mean, just like
would
if you
agree,
dress
yes,
up.
as well. Yeah.
You just showed me a picture of this girl, true beauty, without makeup on before she put makeup on. She was two different people.
She was.
So where was her true beauty in the makeup?
But that's different, Shannon. I don't have a whole face full of
I
makeup
ain't-
on. It's an
remember-
enhancer.
I know. Well, I ain't just saying you. I'm just saying in general. This is what men in general got to deal with. But you said the men lie to you. So this the lie we see from the jump. Your
I just want
pictures
to know
can
when
be a
has all
lie.
that changed? When has not being your true and authentic self been a problem? I thought that was the whole point of dating, to show your
Right.
true authentic self. So
Learning
when
to
has it
love
changed
somebody.
that
Well,
you have to be something
Mhm.
else and then find out the true person
Well,
later?
Right.
Like,
I
that
think
doesn't make
when-
sense to me.
I
I-
say city girls.
no, for women? Or
Yeah,
men?
for women. Well, both, because the city girls rap this, oh, you gotta look like this, you gotta have this, you gotta have
Yeah.
that. And then you have this expectation that, oh, well, a man gotta do this and he gotta do that. If he doesn't do this, if he doesn't do that, then, I don't want anything to do with him, because these girls that I follow now say that this is the way it should be.
Okay. You know, men do that from the time they like a girl. They do everything they can to get a woman. We'll try to be the best athlete. We'll even sell drugs, which we'll put our life on the line to be with a woman that we sure we can even have. Where women really don't have to do a lot of that to get a man. Y'all are doing things to get what y'all want to get. Did you ever ask a man how he wants you to look when he come to the date? The man you might try to court might hate makeup.
But
You-
you met me with makeup on.
It don't matter how I met you. If it's something I like and you like the man, wouldn't you try to cater that, accommodate that?
Okay.
Do you accommodate in your marriage? So
So, but I mean,
So,
like, I feel like if you're dating, though, how do you present that conversation initially without being abrasive?
that's just be yourself and hope it work out. A lot of time we don't be ourselves because we don't want to hope it not work out for something we want. If it's something we don't want, we gonna come in pajamas. However we gonna come. We really don't care. When you don't care, you come anyway. When you care, you come a certain way. You'll
Right.
come prepared. You'll
Right.
come ready. You'll come with your best clothes on. You'll come
Yeah.
with everything.
Yeah.
But then when you can't keep it up, they're like, "Oh, you a liar. You this, that, and the third. I came with my best foot forward to get you. Now I'm working on trying to keep it forward, but it ain't working out. But now I'm wrong. I'm a liar. No, I was able to show you one thing. I just couldn't sustain it, which he shouldn't have did that in a jump because men lie too much to women. And I think that's why women have a bad dating scene because men is too busy lying to get with them. Just tell them the truth because they don't want the women to turn them down.
So, a question for Tiara: do you believe that, and just piggybacking off of what you were saying, do you believe that in some instances that men are able to put on a physical, um, I guess, or a difference in appearance or an enhancement in some way that
Like a
didn't
facade?
quite, yeah, or I mean, or
He's
maybe
just looking
even,
at the
or maybe like
physical.
an aesthetic finesse,
Mm.
and then, you meet each other in person, or maybe after the second or third date, and it's like, okay, well, what's this? Like, do you feel like, that that's something that's possible, or maybe you might know someone who has encountered that?
I mean, we know that it's possible because they have like these wigs now.
Right.
I think if you showed up to like a date and you didn't have a cut or anything, right?
Mhm.
We see these videos all the time. You wouldn't even. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then when you get the cut, you like, damn, how you doing? Hey, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I don't think
Mhm.
men are. It's not as like hard for men as it is for women. In
Sure,
a sense,
absolutely. Yeah, no,
as
no,
far as like
absolutely.
keeping yourself together.
Yeah.
Men just y'all. It's simple. Get my hair cut, get my nails done, keep it moving.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Let me ask you one thing. What do you want in a man?
Now
Just give me four things. Four things. You ain't gotta go in depth. Just four top things you want in your man that you will be submissive to, do everything he say, and be his slave. Like what? They,
What?
like not like a
Shannon
slave
is
as far as-
crazy. Let me
Yeah,
tell
I
y'all.
think you
Shannon
need
lives
to-
in like.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have my man back. I ain't talking about being a slave where you gonna do everything.
Well, I
everything
don't
told
like
you to
the-
say, but all right. Well, you'll be submissive to your man. What type of man do you need? What four qualities you need in a man to be submissive
Shannon,
to
I don't
him?
even understand this question.
To be
Like, what do you?
submissive
How do
to
you
a
want me to
man,
answer this?
for you to be submissive to a man that you like, what's the four
Hold
qualities you
on.
need in a man?
So here's my thing. I'm big on happiness, right?
Mhm.
You know that. I'm big on happiness.
Okay.
Everybody here, I'm super big on happiness.
Okay.
I don't feel as though one person, or I can say, hey, I need these four things because this person could provide me something that I wanted, the four things that I got from the last person, but it didn't work.
Mhm.
So you know me, I'll bend. You tell me all the time, hey, you dealing with people that you should have never even dealt with.
Yep.
No, I give them a chance because they came to me with something different.
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't really tell you this is what I want. This is what I need. This is because it's all subjective with me.
Okay, I've
Okay.
been quiet long enough. I've been quiet long enough.
I just-
this became the Shannon show from somewhere.
I'm waiting for you
But
to answer
all right,
from
so
the
now here's
married
my
point of
question
view.
for you. All right, you saying dating is hard for women. All right, so what's your intentions when you meet a guy from the first date?
I typically tell a person I'm dating for purpose.
Okay.
And in dating within purpose, I let them know, hey, I come with 3 children. They don't need a father. They have a, excellent like foundation per se. It's really all about me in a sense of, this is what I want. This is what I'm asking for. This is what I can provide to you, and this is what I come with.
So you put all that on the table the very first date?
Absolutely. Because I've been in situations where I've hidden things and then it comes out later and it's like, oh, well, like you could have told me from the very beginning. So prime example, like people that don't have kids. I don't date men that do not have children. I don't want any more children. But if I don't talk about this when I first meet you, then how do you know? Because you might have plans for me. I don't know.
Do you do a history check before you go out with that guy for the first time?
Nope.
So do you meet a guy, get his phone number, y'all go out, and from that very moment that you get his phone number, you're planning on spending the rest of your life with that man.
No.
But you're giving him everything that you want. You saying, this is what I want, this is what I want. So you telling him all that because what? You want the long run, right?
Well, typically, yes. So I would say yes. In all fairness, yes. However, I guess this is what I'm saying that's hard for men in dating. I'll go on a date with somebody that's like, oh, I want to go out. Okay. But I don't have, like, with that person.
Any real interest?
I'm not going to say any real interest because I don't know. You know, I give everybody a chance.
I know.
I give everybody a fair chance. Maybe I've given people chances that never really even deserved the chance.
And I think some of them chances is just because you looking harder than you need to.
Probably. What I'm hearing is maybe I'm a little old school. Not maybe, I am old school. And what I'm hearing that is missing is you're skipping a whole get to know you phase before you even go out on that date. I remember dating and I know things have changed, but also things have changed. You see the way of the world. What happened to those phone conversations where you kind of get to know each other a little bit, even before you jump right on that first date and lay it on the line? There was a time where you got to know each other. You had conversations. You had dialogue to even see if this person is worthy of potentially being the one. And then you have an idea like when I go out on this date, am I going out on this date for this purpose to be the one, or is this just a good time? That whole piece of getting to know you is you're missing it, or you
Yeah.
wait until that date in person to do all of that. And I think that's the gap is between the meeting and then going out on that first date. Where is that communication piece? Where is that getting to know each other dialogue at?
No, definitely for me, that part is there. I'm sorry that I skipped over that. That part is really there. I really based my first date off of how did we communicate that week before we went on a date. It's not like back in the day. People have not too much time. We invest our time in so many different things. Not to say that back in the day it was different, but we have so many distractions now. The distractions
What's
are
the distractions?
the social.
Give
We
me
can
two.
start social media,
Okay, social media.
and then I feel like a everyday, like your life.
Why
You
is-
have to figure out how you're going to fit this person into your life.
Why is social media distraction when you're trying to meet a man?
I don't go on social media to meet people. It's just you're
No.
looking at pictures, you're looking at fashion.
No, hold on. You said that sometimes you're too busy. You said sometimes you're doing too much. I said, what's two things? You said social media is one of them that's making it hard. Why is social media making it hard?
You know, you just pick your phone up and you're scrolling and you're scrolling and you're scrolling.
So that's taking up your time instead of a man.
Yeah, it's nobody with the quality, but I don't want to be on the phone with you all day long. I can have a conversation with you about.
No,
who
I
you
see
want.
what she's saying. I see what she's saying
I see what
because
she's saying.
I see that every day in life right now.
And
Like,
that's the problem.
everybody is right now.
Mhm.
Nobody don't have time.
Right.
There's not enough hours in the day, not enough minutes in the day to get done what you want to get done. But
Right.
why is that? If you
Right.
have control of your life from the time you wake up to the minute you go to bed, then why can't you schedule your day out the way you want to if you're really looking for happiness? Why everything else is running your life?
You know why?
Why?
Because the reason why the dating scene went down when social media came, because women got more access than they ever had. Ever. Once you give somebody access to something, they got more opportunity. So now I ain't gotta, most women met their man at work, in the mall, at a shopping center, or at a club. And most of the time they was from your city. Now women is getting flown out, moving to other states, meeting men and fly them all over the country, all off of their phone. And only talking to a person through a phone. Never
That's
meeting
why they're
in
not happy,
person.
and that's why they have failed relationships.
I know.
So if you see that what was going on back in the day was solid, and now you're seeing, oh, this is not back in the day. Yeah, but what's work? It's not work. Nothing's
not
working for you
working.
now. So maybe you need to revert. I mean, we have the younger generation go back all the time with the styles and the music. So Go back old school with the dating scene.
And a lot of the old school dating scene, there was a lot of more submissive women back then, right?
You killing me with this submissive.
Yeah, this is what he wants
And
in his perfect world.
I am
Well,
a woman who submits to her man, but
So that means that's what he was.
okay, but I think you're using it a lot.
Correction. I do not want a submissive
I'm-
submissive woman. I do not. I do not want that because I look at that as a weak woman because she's always trying to cater to what you want. Now there is a balance to that. Now if you have that balance, yes, but I do not go out looking for that because I believe I could do everything on my own better than anyone could do for me because I know what makes me happy.
Quick question.
So can I just jump in? I choose to be submissive. And you can use that word loosely. For me, I'm a nurturer.
Mhm.
So it is in me to take care of my man. That's what I want to do. That's just what I do. So it's not an expectation.
But
It's
you
my
do
it's
it,
my
right?
choice.
It's your choice. A lot of women say they'll do that and don't do it.
Because that's not in their makeup.
But they'll say they'll do it. They'll say I'll be submissive. I want to be submissive to my man, this, that, and the third.
Well,
And don't do it at all.
maybe they'll do it in their own way.
But how
Yeah,
men
it could look
supposed to
different
understand that?
for
You see what
everyone.
I'm
It doesn't
saying?
have to look the
I
same.
feel like that kind of just recourses back to the idea that there is a learning to love you stage in the dating. I'm sorry.
That's Rob doing
that. There's a learning to love you, part of dating. I feel like that's being missed like so frequently, with today's dating. I feel like a lot of that would come out during that time frame. And it's either you're here for the long haul, you and we learn to accept our differences, or this is obviously not something that's going to happen. It's not going to work. Or maybe we just even be better friends than significant others. And I just feel like if the time was taken, I feel like more thoroughly, even with social media. I mean, I understand kind of like I know you were saying like, one of your first points as far as like being busy in a day, maybe with scrolling the phone, for an hour or so at your leisure. Maybe that's what you call personal time and you just haven't called it that. Maybe that's just your moment to kind of like escape from the world and be in Tiara's world, with this phone even, and I feel like that also has to be, I would say, puzzled in or fit into a relationship as well. It's just a reality that we have to accept now. Social media is a very, very heavy impact on life in general. It doesn't have to be.
It
Choose
doesn't.
It doesn't
for
have
it
to be.
And
Right.
it's in your control.
Absolutely.
So you can't use it as an excuse.
No, you're absolutely correct. You can't use it as an excuse, but it's what the now is. So like Rob was saying, everybody wants these microwave right now situations. Everything is right now. And that's what I feel like Shannon gives off. He wants the right now. He wants I want from day one, I want to make sure that you're going to cook me a meal. I want to make sure that you're going to make sure I'm okay. What? You've been doing this on your own.
But why
But
wouldn't?
every
That's what I
woman
want.
isn't built that way.
But hold up. Me wanting a woman to cook me a meal, you got to be built that way?
A lot of people don't know how to cook.
All right. Can you
Like she
try?
said,
Cardi
she's
B
a
said she don't
nurturer.
cook, she don't clean. She still got a ring.
And she
Right.
married now. And she's still not married. She's still looking at getting a divorce.
But here's the thing, though.
I'm just so all right. Let me give you a point on what I want or what I like in a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You would like a woman to cook for you, but that ain't what I really want in a woman. I just want a woman to be peace, love me, don't cheat on me in half. Now I have been with a ton of men that I had to worry about if we're in a certain place. I'm being talked about.
That's your problem, though. You're worried about the wrong things. If you like that person, they
that's what
might
I
not
like.
be.
How's
they
it wrong
might,
for me if I like it?
They might be a different person to you than they were. Everybody has a past. Shannon, you almost 50 years
I know,
old.
but what I'm trying to tell you,
Don't
as
nobody
a-
that's 25 want you.
as
Don't nobody that's 35 halfway want you. I mean, I like being real.
That's not true. That's
like,
not true.
Genuinely
That's
for
not true.
what you want.
Really for what I want, all it takes for is money to get what I want. I can sub out everything I want.
I understand that.
So
but
that
what
ain't
I'm
what
saying to
I know.
you
So I can
is-
get anything I want at 48.
No, but
I
what
can
I'm
get
saying
a
to you is
25-year-old at 48.
the women.
I
The
know
women.
the women I want, I can get. All I had to do is provide a lifestyle for them. Because most women want a lifestyle. That's most women want a lifestyle.
But
So
what you're asking for,
I asked you one- I
no,
asked you-
the one thing
if I
is you're
just
like,
was-
I don't want nobody that's been used up. What?
No, I didn't say that. I said with a low body count that I won't feel disrespected if I step in a room with some men of my peers and being talked about behind my back.
But how about she told you everything up front?
And if she told me everything up front,
Yes.
I have the choice to deny it.
Right.
And
So
if she told me everything and I denied it, why is it a problem?
no, it's not a problem. But I'm saying what you just said was you don't want to walk into a room with a bunch of her ex and not knowing because then you would feel uncomfortable.
No,
Everybody talking about you.
No, I said
like
I
you
don't.
got this dom and
Yeah,
like, I
it's
had
not-
her.
So even though I know and I still walk in that room, I'm still getting the same thing by knowing.
Okay,
And I knew that.
But that's what make you original or unique because all of them guys that she had couldn't keep her. You was able to get her and lock her down and make her your woman. So that makes you above the rest.
Right.
So that doesn't have to be a down look because I always say, and I tell her all the time, I would never want a virgin right now. I would never want a girl who never been with nobody because right now, we get into our 50s or whatever. How about she look around and be like, is this the best I ever had?
So that's why the hoes is winning?
You never know. Can't say the hoes is winning. I don't know. I feel sorry for you. It sounds like you really, really been
You
hurt.
know why most men accept? Yeah.
Y'all accept. Sorry.
Yeah, because most men don't really, they want what they can't have. So they'll try to do what they can do. I ain't saying all men. I'm not saying all men, but most men are gonna try to do what they can do to get a woman they can't have at that point. Because most of the time, the woman might want something that he don't want, so he got to conform to what she wants.
I have a question for Shannon. Do you find it possible to have or to find a friend in your woman?
Yes.
Do you find that that's also like a strong foundation base to creating, a very like effective progressive relationship?
Yes.
I can say that for the most part, I feel like that's missing from today's dating scene.
A lot. But
Um,
we can get that by, if I be truthful and tell a woman what I want,
Mhm.
and she don't do it, women will confine to something they need. If it's more women than men, then the less men. And so if I got a bigger choice, are you gonna do it? She'll do it. Because that's what women is doing to us. They're going, they got Instagram, so they got a lot of attention now. So what they'll do is you'll hear a lot of say, what's your relationship? Is complicated. What's complicated? Well, I'm with him, but I'm not. That's more or less, I'm waiting for somebody better to come before I get rid of him, but nobody's here right now, so I'm gonna stay with him. If you with him, you with him. How is it complicated?
Do you think that's what you just said is true? That the women options is less than the men options
No,
right
it's
now?
more.
How women can date women easy nowadays?
That's even more.
More what?
They got more options to date. If they got women and men, that double date.
The guy do too.
No, he don't.
Do we? What world you live in?
No, they do. They absolutely do.
I'm a straight man, so I only looking at women. I don't care what else she got going on.
No, but I'm just saying,
I don't
it's
care
like-
about the
It's the
men.
same
I
thing,
really
though.
I really believe that most people really don't know what they want. Like you ask a girl, what's your type?
And that's
And
the
she'll
start.
tell you this type, right? And she'll tell you this type. And she's been in the same type for 20 years. She looking for the same type. She's been in like 30 relationships looking for that same exact man. That your type ain't working. Is it time to change?
So she looking for a type for her to date.
Right.
When she gonna look for a type for a man to date? So the women do what they got to do for a man. Women never approach a man.
That's
So-
not true.
I ain't,
That's
I
not
ain't saying
true.
all. Remember, this is a general. It's an exception to the rule. We all know that, and I can.
You
contest-
know your best friend.
I know. Is there always exception to the rule? But
I believe that's how it used to be. Nowadays, women are just as aggressive as men.
Right.
So,
to a certain man.
to a certain man.
Yeah, most of the
So,
time, the
like,
women that's
so what-
aggressive
for
to a
what they're
man
looking for.
is because of
Right.
it's because of where he's at, his status, his money, or what he got. It's never the bum on the corner or the guy playing a video game or just the average nice guy will never get courted by a woman I
That's
promise
not
you,
true,
you can't
Shannon.
sit there. It's
That's
so
that
many.
go both ways. Men do the same
Okay,
thing.
so you know they got studies for this, right?
But men do the same thing. Men ain't gonna go find no fat, nasty girl that's on the corner.
All right,
Like
so
he's not
all right.
dating her. He's not trying to talk to her. He's
That's-
not gonna pull
that's-
his Mercedes Benz over on the corner and say, "Hey, cutie,
is
come
that a
here."
top? Is that a top tier guy or a regular guy?
Any guy.
No, any guy is not a Mercedes driving guy. Make 100,000 and very handsome, athletic, and can get any woman he wants. So that's not any guy. The average man make 30,000, catch the bus. Women are still beautiful, period. Women are just naturally beautiful. But I can promise you, if 10 ugly guys walk up to a girl, she'll turn them down. The first guy that come up and look like he got something of value, I promise you, he can get the number.
Shannon, stop.
Is that not true?
No.
So would you date a bum that's sitting in the house doing nothing all day?
I don't know if he's sitting in the house.
I'm telling you he's doing it. Would you date a man that's sitting in the house doing nothing all day and he want the best looking woman? He want to be with Halle Berry. He does nothing all day but play video games, don't have a job, live with his mom. He want to be with Halle Berry. Is that possible?
Shannon, you're reaching.
I'm not reaching. As the answer, is it possible?
You're reaching.
Is it possible?
You want me to tell you something?
It's not possible, right?
Listen.
Is it possible? No, you just say no, it's not possible.
Listen.
So let's take an average girl on OnlyFans that has not, let's take an average girl on Instagram is pulling more millionaire men and getting flown out than the average guy.
That's dating. That's not, but they're not doing anything. That's not going to be a real relationship.
How?
Shannon is going.
Y'all trying to get to the real relationship by dating first, right?
Shannon, you seem to have the answer to what's wrong with dating. I want to know the answer to the dating scene right now.
The answer to the dating scene right now is be honest with the woman. Tell them what you want, and if they're not willing to do it, then you need to find somebody that's willing to do what you want as a man or a woman.
So
but it got to be realistic.
So is the dating scene messed up because of men or because of women?
The dating scene is messed up because of social media. It gave people more options than what they had. So when you feel as though you got more options than what you got, you tend to not be able to pick. When you got, so they did a study with ice cream. They had 4 flavors. They made a ton of money. As soon as they add 50 flavors, they lost money because people couldn't figure out what they wanted, so they left. They wasn't sure. Too many options. What I want, I don't know. I'll be back. Too much time to think about it. You give them less time to think about it, they make a quick decision. And then they find out they like it. Women got a bunch of options, so she's making quick decisions on relationships, not taking the time to really meet a man she thinks she might like we did it before. We never knew if we liked them. We spent the time. They're not spending the time. As soon as they find, women will ghost you for the dumbest stuff. We going, oh, my hair not ready. I ain't going on this date. Forget about him. Never talk to him again. That could have been her husband. She didn't even give him a shot because she wasn't prepared. Or she might say, I ain't like the way he smiled the other day. I ain't going on this date. Women ghost guys for a lot crazier reasons than a man would ever ghost a woman.
Okay, and those are Shannon thoughts for the day. We don't have to go into a part 2 because this could go on and on and
I
on.
mean,
and
just
on.
say social media give you way too many options.
To those out there that's listening to Shannon's session today, send us your comments so we can have a part 2 to this and get to the end because
I mean, what you think?
Overwhelming.
You don't think they got more options or less options?
No, I tell you this. I told you what I believe. I think both of them have options now. Like everybody's on the dating scene. There's so many apps out right now that a man can get a woman can get a man, or whatever the case may be. So I think the options is about equal right now. Like,
Right.
Honestly, I used to believe that there was way better options for women.
I
but
promise you,
now
I can show you
don't.
studies that's not true.
Okay, I mean, I don't believe in studies. That's somebody else.
But that's,
prediction or
you know,
what
they usually do
believe.
data with a bunch of people. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Tailored towards
That's
a
what they
particular
say.
group of people.
Anyway,
And one
give us
other
your
was
comment
produced.
and have a good day. Love, comment.
Subscribe.
Follow.
I thought it was like. Did we say like?
Yes.
All right. I thought it was like.